Discussing about the novel Purple Hibiscus written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and she is published on 2003. Her major works are The Purple Hibiscus. It's a contemporary work, and the another work is The Half of a Yellow Sun and Americana, and The Thing Around Your Neck, which is published on 2009. And the historical context of these works is Nigeria gained independence from the British colonialism in 1960, but then faced a brutal civil war 7 years later. Purple Hibiscus takes place here after that, probably in 1918s. It is about the Catholics' family and how civil war affected them. And the character Adi Coker, he's a real character, real life Nigerian journalist and journalist Deli Giva, who was killed by the package bomb 1986. It is in contemporary Nigerian literature. It's written on the first person narrative. It's written on the perspective of the Kambli. Kambli is the first, and we can move to the character list, and the complete Achike is a host character, the novel's narrator, the 50 years old girl who is the quiet and the withdrawn, excellent student, idealizes her papa, and she fears about the papa's punishment and her worldview based on the father's strict Catholic rules. After visiting the Insuka, she slowly starts to talk and open up more, and falls in love with the young priest, Father Amit. And the another character is Jaja. His real name is Chukwuka Chiki. And for this, the company's older brother, a 70 years old who is also quite but an excellent student, Jaja feels guilty about being unable to protect Kambli and Mama from the papa. In Nsuka, they discover passion for gardening, and he quickly feels more at home with on Ifoma and then with Papa. Jaja acts more openly rebellious than Kambli, challenging Papa and abandoning his Catholic faith. And he later takes responsibility of Mama's crime. And the Papa is another character. Papa's real name is Eugenia Chike, and the Kambli's father and wealthy factory owner. He was a Kambli's father, Kambli's and Jaja's father. He's a wealthy factory owner, and he was a devout Catholic, and he uses his wealth to support his friends and relatives, many charities, and his church, St. Agnes. And he also published the newspaper named The Standard, and the only paper willing to criticize the corrupt government. And in house, he is strict authoritarian, and he has rigid rules and impossibly high standards for his wife and children, and hurts them for what he sees and their own benefit. He is a colonial product who believes that the Western culture is superior to Nigerian culture, and as a result, he affects a British accent and avoids the speaking Igbo culture. And his real identity, he actually belongs from the Igbo culture. And the mama, her real name is the Beatrice Achike. Spelling is Beatrice. Beatrice Achike is an Kambi's and Jaja's mother and the wife of Papa or Eugenia Achike, and she's quiet and submissive woman. Take care of her children, doesn't speak out against the Papa's violence. She suffers miscarriages on Kambi's birth because of Papa's beatings, and he's actually here we can understand the Papa is very cruel character towards her family, and she's the towards his family, and she is the friend of Onji Ifoma, and she does slowly poison the papa because of his worsened behavior. And another character is the Andy Ifoma, Papa's sister, a tall outspoken woman, professor of University of Nigeria in Nsukka. She is not afraid to criticize her brother and Nigerian government, and Catholic. She is Catholic and liberal, and accepts the Papa Nku's traditionalist belief. She also believe in the traditionalism, and her father and Papa's father, his name is Papa Nguka, and she treated her children with respect, and her husband Ifidiora's death makes her struggle for money and never accepts Papa's money, and she helps Jaja and Kamli, and she moves to America. And another character is Papa Inko. The father of Papa and Auntie Ifoma still lives in Abba, traditionalist Igbo, And he close with Ifoma and her children, converted Christian and short-tempered. And another character is Father Amedi, and he is an young, handsome Nigerian priest and friend with Ifoma and her children. He was an Catholic who respected Nigerian roots, incorporating Igbo songs into his prayers and blending all ways into new. And he plays soccer with boys, jokes with the Ifeoma's children, and acts like an unpriestly. Kamli falls in love with him. He moves to Germany. And some minor character can be seen in this play, sorry, in this novel. And Shima is an Ephemer's youngest child, 7 years old, and Obiora, second child of Ephemer. Amaka is eldest one of the Ephemer, and Adi Cocker is a papa's friend. Father Benedict, white British conservative Catholic priest, and Ikonde Coker is an Adikoker's wife, and the Sisi is a quiet servant in the papa's house, and the Chiniwe Jidese is a wealthy popular girl in the Kamlis class. Izine only the girl in the Kamlis class who treated her as a friend. And the novel has 7 chapters, and we can move to the short summary of this novel. The novel begins in Farm Sunday. Jaja refused to go to church. Papa shouts at him. Throw the things around him begins by saying things fall apart. Papa is wealthy factory owner, philanthropist, but inside Orthodox Catholic, and he is strict, violent, authoritarian in his home. And he proposed the Western culture by neglecting the traditional culture. He is the founder of the New Daily named Standard, and he questioned the Nigerian government. He always punishes his children for their negative sins such as sex, etc. And he publishes a newspaper, The Standard. It is the only paper which criticizes the new Nigerian government in the and head of the state. Another character is Mama. Some missy women. Once she gets pregnant, one day they went for confessions to church in a car and met Father Benedict. When they reached the church, Mama felt discomfort or some. She felt physically unfit, so she can arrive on church. Papa carried his children to the church, and after the confession, Papa beats Mama until he miscarried her pregnancy. Kamli takes her exams and she gets second position. Papa disappoints in that matter. Chinwe gets first rank. Papa Nuka lives in Nsuka. He was a believes in the traditional, and he was the papa's father, and but papa is not this but this papa and Luka is not that. That's why both of them keep not a wealthy relation. Kamli and Jaja visits papa and Luka or their grandparent, or their grandfather and only Mama. Sometimes they against the papa, against his punishments towards Mama. Jaja feels guilty because he can protect his sister and Mama from the papa. And only Mama's children are more mature than the papa's children. They gathering on the Christmas day. Ifeoma always criticizes the government and the papa. Ifeoma had 3 children, Chima, Obiora, and Amaka. Ifeoma takes Jaja and Kamli for Igbo festival. On the Christmas day, Papa feels all over villages. Papa feeds all over villages for his self-betterment. Papa knows the beating of his wife and children is sin, but Papa catches Kamli because she breaked a utensil and she forget to pray before the food, and she was brutally punished by father. Once they take a medicine for controlling menstrual cramps, it's considered as a sin. Papa brutally beats her and Mama and Chaja. If Yoma convinces Papa to take Chaja and Kamli with her, Chaja and Kamli understand their poverty, but always feels peace on her home. But Papa's home inside no peace, but outside a wealthy. Jaja fascinated by the purple hibiscus in the garden. It symbolizes the Iphiomas. It's a different breed, and here the Jaja consider as the Iphioma as a different breed. They met Father Amidi in Nsuka. He plays with children. He brings new prayer by blending the Nigerian song. He was very, it indicates he was very liberal one. And on the evening, he went to Ifyoma's home for dinner. So they meet Father Amite from the Jaja opens about the brutality which happens in their home. And in home. Amaka, the Amaka starts draw a picture for Papa and Suka, and he is in ill, and Papa and Suka comes there, and they starts to meet Kamli, attracted with the father Amindi. Kamli is attracted with Father Amiri. They went to local stadium and they start to talk each other. Kamli confused about their relationship and she says about his unpriestly behavior. Papa and Suka is with Ifyoma. The next day, Papa and Suka never awakened from his sleep. He was dead. After the funeral ceremony, Papa takes Jaja and Kamli back. Amaka completes her painting. When they reach to home, Papa beats them because of staying with her, with their grandfather, and who believes in traditionalism. And he punishes poured boiling water on their feet. Papa and his adichie decided to write a controversial cover story against the head of the state, but they can write it before he was attacked by the bomb blasting from the side of government. When Papa returned back to home, he saw his children's or look at their grandfather's photo, while Papa brutally beat them again. Meanwhile, Kamli unconscious. When she conscious, she is in a hospital. And then Ifyoma, who works in university, she dismissed from the university because she said against the university, while her favorable students all starts to erect. The authority of university meets her to request to stop this right. Mama again miscarried her child because of the papa's brutal punishment. Next year, a farm Sunday. The Farm Sunday is the Sunday before Easter. Jaja stands against his papa and he takes for his mama and sister. There is less silence and peace in the mama's fear reduced because Jaja grew to speak for them. If Yoma informs to that she went to America instead joining to university, they reaches on the Fioma's house. There reaches the church which the father Amiti Kamli again reaches on her beliefs. Amidi informs to Kamli that he went to Germany in the part of missionary work. He confesses his love towards her. Ifyama gets her visa for went to USA. Papa can be seen as dead. Everyone returned back to Nizuka, including Ifyama. After the post-mortem report, they know Papa died by poison. And Mama confessed to everyone that she is the one who poisoned to Papa because of his brutal punishments. Then Jaja takes over that crime. He prisoned 3 years. Mama took a pledge that she becomes silent on 3 years. After the 3 years, Jaja released from the prison. Mama break her silence by saying thank you to Jaja. At the end of the novel, when they opened the window, the rain was raining. At the end of the it is here the rain symbolizes a kind of hope, and the Jaja plants a purple hibiscus like the Ephemer's garden. This is all about the novel. The major themes are colonialism and the Nigerian politics. Actually, here the Nigeria has long history of English colonialism and oppression. Papa's colonial accent in language. He used the clear English accent, not follows the Igbo culture, and the film against it, and the Nigerian and here and so indicates the Nigerian corruption talks against the Nigerian government. If Yoma lost her jobs and head of the state, example the correction. And another theme is religion and beliefs. And the company saw the Virgin Mary's portrait on the church, its belief. Papa's highly religious attitude can be seen. He was really Catholic, highly strict, and another his papa and Suka, his papa's papa was very traditionalist and he follows the Igbo culture. And the charity of Papa was in order to confess his brutality towards his family. He knows that he made the sin. Jaja freed from the blind believers, and that's all about this novel. Thank you.